Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is hump day. Am I right or am I wrong? Is that today? Someone please remind me. It is Wednesday, right? I was not on is that actually how it looks? I'll have to look at that. Interesting. I wonder if it's just me. Anyway, sorry, distracted. Yeah, I had Monday off, so that always throws off the rest of my day, right? That's not what I meant to do. That's definitely what I meant to do. I need someone to show up in Twitch and see if it really looks like that or not. All right. Okay, let me connect all of the chats real quick. It is funky. Okay, thank you. I was wondering that. I'm gonna guys over on Twitch, we're gonna restart. I don't know what it's doing because the camera is great everywhere else. Why are you not working? Okay. Be right back over on the Purpley app. Hello everyone. All right, let that take a moment. Why did this not work today? There we go. It's just being technology problems. Problems with technology. There we go. Is it working or... No, no Ari for president. Thank you, though. Nope, it's not working. Everything is being dumb. Okay. Am I pixelated? What is going on? So it wasn't just... Okay. It is... I can't see it. Okay. Alright. Guys, there's gonna be a moment of whatever. Okay. That's weird. Now it's working. Briefly fixed. I don't know what it's doing. Let's see. It should have come right back up. Alright. And now everything... Yeah, portrait's fine. Even though I'm not sure. Yeah, no. I had a end over on... Okay. I think we fixed it. Alright. That's right, guys. Over on TikTok, boop the screen, boop the no. Sorry. Technology was doing its thing where it just hates everything. I don't want to rule people, that's for sure, Joey. That's definitely not my thing. Alright, now everything's caught back up. That was weird. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Alright. Well, it's Wednesday. I hope everybody has had a great Wednesday. Had a great day. I can, Karen, actually. Let's see. I just did a whole bunch of, like... I'm going to have a new setup soon. Well, I say soon, but it's still going to be, like, next week. No, that looks blue. That's the best I got. All right. Someone asked for purple. We got some purple going on. What was I gonna say? People say weird stuff in the comments all the time. Guys, double tap the screen if you are on TikTok. Send your daily heart me in. Let's get this live rolling and let's get it going. Y'all are so funny in the comments. so funny. Hi, everybody over on Twitchy. Why is that not work? Oh, I didn't hit that button yet. That makes sense. There we go. Hi, cuties and beauties. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful day. And remember, those snackies and hydration stay amazing and awesome. But yeah, so I'm getting a new desk because I've needed a new desk. RJ only gets WRJ if he sends his heart me and also compensation. I don't know what it is, but um, I always harass RJ. It's just my thing with him. It's our friendship. Yeah, so I'm getting a new desk. So I'm happy about that. I've had a very small desk for a while. So me getting a new desk is just great. It's awesome. I'm happy for it. Awesome, Kramer. RJ is still listening, yet still has not done the thing that everyone. There we go. Careful. It'll be a wooden desk. It will be a wooden desk. So I'm looking forward to it. Just ordered it today. Everything actually is going to be different. Like I will say we here, we definitely have big plans coming up. And no, I am not a good singer. I will be the first one to say that. Okay. There we go. Thanks, RJ. Guys, over on TikTok, light up the gift gallery as you are coming in as well. Let's go ahead and light that up. We don't get lit up often, so just kind of want to remain semi-consistent on that. We'll see what we can get going on. I don't know what we got going on today. Monica. Let's see. There was a bunch of interesting stuff overall that was occurring today. I think everybody knows that. I personally did not watch Trump's speech, so I've got to catch up on that one. All right, guys, 1 second. And yes, I'm aware before you start spamming the chat. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Okay. Well, everybody, I hope you guys have been great. And I just want to remind everybody as well, you know, like if you choose to watch Donald Trump when he spoke today, that's on you. He did fall asleep yesterday in the cabinet meeting, and I thought that was pretty funny. So that's always good too. It's just very interesting, guys. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? I'm doing well. How old are you?
I am 24.
24. All right. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And what has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support? Giddy up.
He has made it way funnier to call people like you nigger bitch.
Okay. Well, if all you wanted to do was slur. Guys, if you don't mind, take out your headphones, okay? Take out your headphones, turn down your volume, whatever you need to do. Ah! If you're gonna spam call me, that's why. Yeah, they all do it. But guys, I hope no one like missed me too much yesterday. We had a good night out. It was really great. I enjoyed going out to dinner, doing that. Yes, exactly. That's what they do. They do all of that, Rachel. You are correct. Rachel is accurate when she says that. Also, guys, if you're not already, hit that follow button on the account that you see on the panel on TikTok. It is my alt account. Whoa, that's not what did I just move? I honestly have no idea what I just accidentally moved on camera. Oopsie daisy. So if you voted for Donald Trump, feel free to call that number. If you are under the age of 18, do not call. I will hang up on you. Do not feel offended. If you are calling in just to be a disgusting person that slurs, then that's on you. And if you don't understand why slurring to anybody is a problem, again, maybe that's on you and get some edumacation. Seems to be a thing that they don't do. Go on. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. How old are you? 27. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? Have I talked to you before? Are you there? Okay. And what has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
I'd say probably mostly the stuff that he's doing for the economy.
What is he doing for the economy?
Well, just because with everything that had been going on the past couple of years with inflation and stuff, that he's actually, recognizing that as a problem and, trying to at least do something about it.
He just said, literally, I think it was yesterday, that affordability is a Democratic hoax. So it's made up by the Democrats. He also continues to say that he's ended inflation. Yet we know that the inflation data produced by the Bureau of Labor Statistics that was released on October 24th, 2025 for September of 2025 shows that our inflation is up 3% year over year, up 0.3% month over month. So the economy is not doing well, even on the metric that you brought up, which was inflation.
And those are legit stats.
I'm sorry, what?
The stats that you're using, those are like legitimate.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics data released on October 24th, 2025, the CPI data.
I mean, I did see that he was able to recently the gas prices went down.
Actually, they're up. Even compared to last year.
I mean, I saw something.
If you look at the
it was
EIA.gov,
ABC.
I don't look at ABC News. I don't give a shit about them. If you look at EIA.gov, which again is a .gov website, they keep track of all historical gas prices. Last month, gas was up compared to this time last year.
I mean, I remember gas prices being almost in the 4s last year.
Okay. Not on average, they weren't.
I mean, I don't know. I do a lot of traveling, and the gas prices that I've seen in the
Does
past year have
everywhere
been the
that
lowest
you
I've seen.
go represent the entirety of the United States of America?
Well, not the entirety.
Oh, okay. Cool. So we have to go based off of the average. And again, if you look at the EIA.gov, last month, right, the month of November, right, gas was up to in 2025 compared to 2024. No, I want the chart, not the...
Is that because averages can be skewed from big cities like Los Angeles and stuff like that.
Oh, do they not exist?
They do, but when the majority
Oh,
of the country
okay.
is
So
living in
we're
small
just, we
towns rather
can't
than Los Angeles
consider,
or New
they're,
York.
I'm sorry, the majority of the country is not living in small towns.
No, yeah, they are. They definitely are, because when you think about it, I mean, there's only like so many major cities, and then obviously the entire rest of the country is everything else.
Okay. I have this up on the screen. I know you can't see the screen. EIA.gov, petroleum and other liquids. All right, we have the retail gasoline prices per dollar. We're going to scroll all the way down. It's going to make me scroll a little bit more because I zoomed in. Oh, it won't let me do it that far. Never mind. November 2024 was the average was $3.175, right? And November of 2025 was $3.179. It was up. And the average did not hit $4. The last time we hit $4 on average per gas was 2022 during the height of C-19. Oh, okay. Bye, buddy. I'm only sad because I missed, what's my description? What? TikTok doesn't like my description of my gift. That's fine. I'll just change it. It was literally theirs. Their description. What? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. How old are you? 26. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? What has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Nigger.
Yeah. Thank you for calling the stream.
Thank
Are
you
you
for calling
there?
the stream.
Yeah,
Awesome. How old are you?
Awesome. How old are you?
38.
Turn off whatever you
Turn
have in
off
the
whatever
background.
Wait, hold on. Is that better?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Nope. Can't do it. Not doing it. If I, I don't get it. What? Does this even show? Guys, we have a gift goal going on TikTok. It's just not letting me pin it. So if you guys can help me out with the gift goal, that would be great. While we are waiting to see if anybody other than trolls call in, we'll go ahead and go through some news. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. How old are you? 35. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? What has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, I think this whole thing about going about the criminals and helping the police and helping take apart Chicago and get rid of everybody, including illegals. Yeah, I have friends that are in the union that I work with, and I work construction. There are Polacks, Russians that come over here and fight for their money, fight to get condos, do everything the right way, and wait for their wives and children to come over for 2 years. I think what he did, cleaning up the city, getting rid of these people raping and making people at night afraid to even walk the streets, getting rid of them and start cleaning it up, I think it's a good thing to do. It's start to put foot to ass now.
So you have an issue with crime in cities?
It's not just crimes. I mean, he is taking care of things, and he is trying to solve things, but things do take time. Yeah, gas prices, I heard about your argument with that. What? Gas is up 3 cents.
Sir,
Whoop-de-doo.
that was his argument. I was just making a point because he
I
didn't
know, but I was reading your facts because I follow your thing. So I'm just like, yeah, okay, yeah, gas is up. It's going to fluctuate. It fluctuates with the economy and the market. And I hate to tell you, as the economy grows, inflation is going to keep on going. I'm sorry, guys, but that's the way it is. As long as we're working and jobs and buildings are being built, then we can start paying our stuff. If unemployment goes real high, then we're all in a lot of trouble. Then he's not doing nothing.
Okay. Anyway, so I just want to be clear. You do have an issue with people breaking laws in our country, right? Like, so violating the law.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Donald Trump is upset with 6 members of Congress because they reminded members of our armed forces and our intelligence community about their pledge to not follow unlawful orders and not uphold the law. So why is that okay?
He's reminding them. He's
No,
actually,
not
if
Donald
you
Trump.
look at that,
It's not Donald Trump. Donald
he's
Trump
going
is
into
mad
court with
at
them and
no.
suing them because they're
Uh-huh.
also saying bad things about. He's going after those people.
Yeah, for reminding members of our United States Armed Forces and members
But
of
you're
our
only reading the one
intelligence
side. There's an
community.
investigation that those people are letting out secrets and telling things that are not supposed to be happening, and that's why he's going after them and
Where
creating
can
a
I
court case with
find?
his lawyers.
Sure. Where can I find that? Where can I find that court filing?
You can find it on Bill O'Reilly. You can find it on CNN. You can find it on Fox. I don't know which one you really
No, see,
what
I
you
don't
would
know if
prefer,
you're
but
familiar with this, but court filings have a number associated with them. If it was filed this year, it's going to start with
oh, you
25.
want me
Then
to
it's
you
going
want
to
me
be
to
a
give you the
dash,
court
and then it's
file and the
typically
record?
going to be the judge's initials who's going to be handling it, and then dash another set of numbers.
Okay, so I'm just asking. So if you want me to give you like a court case number, the scanner ID, and the judge that's actually dealing with it, and who
Yeah.
Trump's lawyer is that's fighting these people,
I do.
I'm only a citizen. I'm not a senator. But if I was a senator and I could call you and follow your page, I'd be gladly able to make a phone call and say, here you go. Here's a file folder. You can read for yourself. But how am I supposed to get any of that? If you're only going to look at a Democratic Party, Democratic
so I went ahead and
website,
just
you're only
did
going to
this
see
real
that.
quick, just out of curiosity. Donald Trump suing Democratic members of Congress. Nothing
Yeah, I heard
shows
about that.
No, that's your claim. That's your
No,
claim.
he's doing it right now.
No, they're not.
It's been on the news for the last week. He's suing 6 members for soliciting, saying
He's not.
certain things.
He literally is not.
It was literally on the news, literally 2 weeks ago.
He's literally not. He may have said it, but then he never did it. So, like, here, I'll just point this up. Donald Trump suing Democratic members of Congress. And all we see are Trump calls for Democratic lawmakers to face trial for seditious behavior punishable by death. ABC News, Trump says he's pardoning Democratic Rep Henry Cuellar.
Well,
Trump's
I don't do
violent
ABC. I
rhetoric
follow like you
endangers
do.
democracy. Trump calls video by Democratic veterans in Congress to just he's upset. Nothing shows that he's suing them, sir. Nothing. Even the YouTube suggestions aren't even showing that he's suing them.
Well, then I guess CNN got it wrong because they're hearing other things that he's trying to go to court with these
so
people.
let me just type in
They're
CNN.
being investigated.
We'll type
Being
in
investigated
CNN.
and going to court is a part of the case, and then eventually it turns into a suit.
So even CNN, their top headline for the same result, I just literally typed in CNN. Trump accuses Democratic lawmakers who urge military to disobey illegal orders of seditious behavior punishable by death.
Why do you hate this guy so much?
I don't hate him. I just think he's bad for this country.
Did you think Obama was better?
Obama? Better than Trump? Why are we bringing up someone? I'm just curious.
I'm just asking, like, do you think, in your personal opinion, is Obama better than Trump? Because with this
is
immediate
called a
healthcare
diversion.
plan that he created, taxpayers were paying for illegal immigrants who aren't even registered here for
That's
medical care
incorrect.
that they shouldn't even be receiving.
That's
We have people coming from
incorrect.
India to do specialized surgeries, and we're paying for it. And he just waved a pen, and here you go, whatever.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that we do bring in surgeons from other countries to perform specific surgeries that they specialize in within their own country, because maybe we don't have a specialist here. The rest of your statement is
No, I'm saying those
incorrect.
they come here for the specialized services.
Okay, cool. But sorry, you're
But you
still
never
wrong.
answered my question.
Oh
Do
my
you like
fucking
Obama
God.
better than Trump?
Well, maybe. I don't know if you realize this, but if you continue to talk after you ask a question, it's kind of impossible for me to answer it.
Well, you never
Also,
say yes or no.
also, just so you're aware, you lied out your ass. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Personal Responsibility Opportunity Reconciliation Act of 1996, but within that law that has never been overturned nor modified, at least with this specific section of the law, where it clearly states that healthcare cannot be provided by any state whatsoever to an undocumented immigrant and be refunded by the federal government. So there are $0 in federal taxpayer money going to fund anyone else's healthcare that is not a documented citizen, or sorry, documented non-permanent resident, or permanent resident, either way, or a
Okay, so
citizen
since
of
you
the
got your
United
computer
States.
so handy, why
Sir,
are we
my
handing out
hands
license?
are in, like, okay, here's what's on my computer. My computer is still on that CNN article because I just happen to remember things.
Well, I'm just asking
Cool.
you. Okay, if you want to call me out on that
Why
and
do
say I'm
you
a liar,
keep trying
why
to
are we giving
divert the
undocumented
conversation?
immigrants licenses? Why are
Why
they
are
able
you
to drive?
trying? Because the 10th Amendment exists, sir. Are you
The 10th
familiar
Amendment
with the
doesn't
10th
have
Amendment?
anything to do with an undocumented immigrant being able to drive and
Cool.
unlicensed and
Tell me
uninsured.
where, then show me where in either federal law or the Constitution of the
That was
United
Obama's
States.
policy.
Sir,
Why don't you read Obama's policy?
sir, stop diverting and let me finish my question. Okay?
I love
So
how
let's
you want me
try
to
this
answer your question,
again.
but you never answer mine.
Because I think it's stupid of an individual such as yourself to be bringing up someone that hasn't been president for the last 9 years. Well, almost 9 years.
And
9
the
years
guy that you
on.
hate right now that you're trying to run your broadcast on against changed all that and overturned everything that Obama did and re-signed a bunch of shit and fixed it so it wouldn't happen anymore.
Yeah, you have zero proof of this. Anyway, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is just going to finish my points. All right. Actually, I barely remember what it is because you divert it so much. Oh yeah, actually, sorry. Show me where in the United States Constitution or United States federal law that no state can issue a license to an individual that is considered undocumented or illegal. Where is that in the Constitution or a federal law?
It might not be, but you might want to talk to
okay.
the state
So
of
then
Illinois.
perhaps you need to refer back to the 10th Amendment of the United States Constitution, which allows states to rule their own people how they see fit as long as it doesn't go against
Exactly
the
what I just said. Illinois is
Constitution
doing their own
of the
thing.
United
So is
States of
Nevada, so is
America
everybody else.
or existing federal law.
Exactly what I
So,
just said.
if your
Illinois is
issue
ruling
is
itself.
with the fact that states are able to issue licenses to individuals that are undocumented immigrants, then perhaps you need to just leave that state. Or maybe take into consideration that the reason why these licenses might actually be issued is so that they can purchase auto insurance because they are driving on these roads regardless of how you feel about something. Okay, they are driving on these roads, and if they cause an accident and they have no insurance or a license, then it's your personal insurance, your personal insurance, your uninsured motorist coverage that you have that's included in your addendum. That's what would be responsible for covering your vehicle. Okay, and so what they were seeing
they are doing this
is that
so
there
they
was
can
an
get the Democratic
increase,
votes.
right? And people filing claims on their insurance and premiums were going up. Also, if they pay for a license, I don't know if you realize this, but that goes into the bucket of the state's Department of Transportation, which helps fund them paying and keeping their roads up to date, right? All of these things occur when you
It
pay
has
for your
nothing to do
taxes
with
to
any of
your
that. You're
state, all
listing
right? Your
you're
state
listing
DMV, whichever
everything
one that,
that you
like,
can
you
find
know, state
online, and I
DMV,
am
that
sorry, but
goes
I
into a
totally disagree
bucket
with
to
you.
help
This is
continue to
for
improve upon the roads in your state.
anybody who has a license gets
All
a
right?
registered vote card.
I
And once you
understand
have a
that you just
registered vote
don't
card, you can
know
go to
anything.
court and you can be
So
on a
you can
jury.
just have a good one, sir. You've pivoted all around this conversation, and I'm done.
So
Okay?
have you.
So have a good one. Okay. Thank you, Wayne, for the jewels, and thank you, Chris, for the jewels. The problem with MAGA now is that all that are left are the Charlie Kirk wannabes and the pathetically stupid. Well, that was definitely something. I would agree with you there. Also, Lala, if you see that account that comes back with, I'll message you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. How old are you? How old are you? 28. Are you still supporting Trump?
Engaging in discussion. And, you know, I mean, it's important to be able to have this type of dialogue, to be able to challenge, you know, like what we really do know. But to really answer your question, kind of why I like Trump is just because of like his morals, I would say, as a president, if that kind of makes sense to you. I mean, he claims this is common sense, but there's a shift, whether you're left or right or far left or far right, there's a shift in our society. And that shift just seems to center around morality, like, you know, like on the basis of immigration, religion, abortion. And you see like this surge, especially in the youth, you know, like this podcast, people getting more encouraged into politics. And I think that a lot of what Trump does is especially, I would say, controversial. But just like you, it challenges what we as a society kind of hold dear. You know, is, you know, abortion morally wrong? Is it correct? Is immigration morally wrong? Is it correct? And is it essential? Is it a key component to our society? So I guess I would say that based off of Trump's religious beliefs and, you know, Christianity and kind of how his policy tends to, I would say, mirror that, me personally as a voter, you know, as a young voter, that's kind of what I like to see.
Okay.
If that makes
So can
sense.
you remind me which one of the 10 commandments Donald Trump has broken?
Well, you know, the Lord says if you break one, you break all, and we're all guilty of
Oh,
that.
okay,
So he's
cool.
definitely
So
broken
can
every
you
single
remind
one
me
of them.
which 10 commandments Donald Trump has broken then?
Well, I just told you if you break one, you break all of them, and so we're all guilty. We've all broken God's law, and we are unrighteous. But
That's
through the
not
blood of
actually
Christ,
true. Okay.
well, through the blood
So
of Christ. I
what's
mean, let me
the
ask
well,
you
I'm
this:
so
have you ever
sorry,
sinned?
sir, you're just unable to answer my question. Also, the
I
joke
did.
of
I said you broke all
morality
of
is
them.
just so fucking boring to start with. But
I'm not
specifically,
cursing
what's
at you. I
the
mean, keep it respectful, please.
sir, it's called vernacular. Are you familiar with that?
I'm familiar with the curse word "fuck,"
Are you
and
familiar
I
with
asked
vernacular?
you. To be honest, no, but I am familiar
Okay.
with the curse word.
That's actually only been a curse word for the last 100 years. It actually wasn't even considered to be a bad word until all of you religious fanatics came out of the woodwork. So
Well, I
it
mean,
had a different meaning
people have kind
about
of been
80 years
around
ago,
for quite
actually.
some time.
Yeah,
Well,
it
what do
didn't
you
even
believe
mean
in?
what you thought it meant back then. You guys
Well, let
made
me
it
ask you
something
that. What do you
else.
believe in morally? Where is your
I
moral
develop my own
epicenter?
morals because morality is subjective. So similarly enough, you have different morals than I'm sure I do. Which
I
is why
completely agree.
morality is
I
so
think,
boring to talk about because it's going to vary person to person. And let's be very
yeah,
clear, Donald Trump is also not a religious person. He very clearly tells people, I don't think I'm going to heaven. He recently said that about 3 weeks ago. I don't think I'm going to heaven.
how can one know?
Donald Trump also said very clearly he doesn't believe that he needs to ask God for forgiveness, which means he's not even following the basic teachings of religion or Christianity that you should be asking for forgiveness. You should be asking for his forgiveness specifically for any sins that you've committed, and not only ask for forgiveness, but also show repentance, which he never does because he
Wow.
never can admit that he's ever done wrong. So your claim to
For someone who
morality
doesn't
of
like
Donald
Christians, you seem
Trump,
to know a lot about the Bible.
yeah, I probably know more about it than you. So what I was going to specifically,
Really?
oh gosh, can you like, do you have self-control? Do you know what that is?
No, I mean, of course. Yeah.
It
I mean,
doesn't
it's what
seem
the
like
Spirit
it.
gives you. Yeah, I mean, can you control your tongue? I mean, I've seen to
I
do.
can say
I've just
whatever words
engaged
that I
in the
want to say,
respectful
dude, and if
dialogue.
they upset you, that's a you problem. It's not a me
I'm not upset
problem.
at all. I'm not upset. I'm not upset
Then
at
don't ask
all.
me to temper my language when you're saying that FUCK
Well, I just asked you
apparently
to
makes you
engage in.
so.
You're good. You're good at this.
Fuck, shit, asshole. Does that make you feel better?
Honestly, I mean, it doesn't make me feel worse. I just feel kind of sorry for you. I mean, like, it's just like a respectful debate. I mean, but if you look, look, I'm not a tyrant. I mean, if
This
you want
isn't
to
even a
be
debate, it's a
slanderous,
conversation, and you're absolutely failing at even attempting to have a conversation.
well, I just wanted to get on here and just answer your question why I kind of like them, but like, what is that? Would you say his policies are bad? Would you say that,
Oh, yes,
you know,
sir.
basically?
Specifically, if you want to go into morality and you want to use this claim, this specific one to immigration and deportations, and especially applying morality to Donald Trump and claiming that he is a Christian man. Can you remind me, I don't want to get it wrong, but I do know it's within Matthew's 5. But what did Jesus say in the Bible specifically about immigrants and our treatment of them?
Well, Jesus, you know, you talked earlier about the Ten Commandments, and you know, to sum all that up, it's really to love one another. But he does make a parable,
What
and he
does he
says,
specifically say about immigrants,
hmm
Jesus, and the
well, I've
treatment
never,
of immigrants?
well, that's what, if you let me answer your question,
You've never read the
and
Bible?
honey, that's just not true. But I'd like to answer your question if that's okay. Can I
Okay,
answer
if
your
you can
question?
tell me specifically what Jesus said about the treatment of immigrants in the Bible.
Yes, I would love to. I'd love to explain that to you. Just give me 1 second. So basically, and Jesus, he's, you know, the wielder of all wisdom. So when he talks in parables. And
Just a
so he
reminder,
gives us a
if you
very
guys are
clear
watching on the
example of this,
tapes, hit that subscribe button at the top
of
if
a
you haven't
parable
already.
about a
Consider
person,
becoming a member, and
a
also
Samaritan, and
consider
I don't know
sending
if
a
you're
super
familiar
chat.
with the history back then, but a Samaritan, they weren't a part of the Jewish community. They were actually they had a kind of a vengeance against one another. But you know, there was a sick Samaritan on the side of the road, and you know, sure enough, like his own people would, you know, walk by him, and so one person actually took him into his home, and you know, he kind of cared for him. He paid for a night's worth of lodging, and he really did that because his disciples really wanted to know, like, who should we care for? Like, you tell us to, you know, bless those who curse us and pray for our enemies, but who are you talking about specifically? We have so many enemies. And so, you know, I believe the central focus is that,
When
you know,
are we
these
getting back
immigrants
to this
aren't just
again?
immigrants, they're real people. And And to be honest, there is a very select few,
This is amazing.
I would say, people that really want to come here, escape tyranny, and want to come here
Book of
to live the American
Matthews.
dream.
You're still
You know?
failing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a specific verse you want me to look up? I can open the Bible.
Let's see. 25 verses 35 through 40. Yep, that's it. Perfect. Found it.
Yeah. And what does it say?
Yeah. We're going to go
What
ahead
does it
and pop this up here. All right. Matthews 25 verses 35 through 40. For I was hungry and gave you something to, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes and you clothed me. I was sick and you looked after me. I was in prison and you came to visit me. Then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit? The king will reply, Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me.
Beautiful. I love that. That's so beautiful.
Cool.
Thank you for reading that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I look, if staying on topic of politics here, I mean, is all immigration bad? I don't think so, but I mean, let's talk about the key essential roles of a government, correct? And
Sir,
if we look
this
at the
was
key
specifically about your point, and you still haven't,
Okay.
like, you literally, like, circled all the way around it,
Yeah,
and you still failed to answer it
on
entirely.
objective morality.
So let me,
Well,
I'll go ahead and help. No, this wasn't even about objective morality, because I don't know if
yeah,
you realize this, but objective morality does not exist even within your own Bible. If you want an example of that, you should look at the fact that way back when in the Old
Mhm.
Testament, right, slavery was 1000% condoned by God, but we don't consider that slavery is good anymore in the 21st century. So, morality is not objective, it is
Does
specifically
slavery still exist?
subjective.
Well, if you think about it, Jesus says, "I'm the way, the truth, and the life," and so he claims, unlike any other
God
false
damn.
god, he
Also,
claims to be the
Donald, sorry,
absolute
not
truth.
Donald Trump, but also there was 100% within the Old Testament where God promoted raping of women and children. That
Whoa,
wasn't allowed. That's not allowed or anything that we allow currently in today's society, right?
you're gonna
So
have to type that
again,
one up because I've never heard that.
it is
Please educate me.
subjective. Oh, you're not familiar with the fact that you are
I am
allowed to take, if
100%.
you've murdered,
No, I'm
if you
not.
have murdered a woman's family members in your whole purpose of conquesting, you are then also allowed to take that woman if you so
That sounds like
fancy her.
Islam.
No, this is literally the Bible. If you
You're
so
gonna have to look
fancy
that one
her,
up for me. And I
if you
take your
so
word for it if
fancy
you can
her,
tell me the
what
verse.
happens is then she will shave her head, she will be in mourning for 30 days, and then you can take it up and lie with her, which is sex, right? And let's be very clear, she's a prisoner, she is a slave, she cannot consent, right? Because they have no ability to consent. That is literally what slaves are. And if you so choose after you've lied with her and therefore taking her womanhood, her innocence, and you no longer like her, she is to then be set free. That's the
I
Old
have
Testament.
never heard
So
of that.
again, this is something that no longer
never
is
heard of that.
acceptable in today's society, at least within the United States of America. So therefore, morality cannot be objective. And actually, to your point of saying
Well, that's
specifically,
subjective to
right, that must be
subjective to the
Islam,
Israelites.
that also
Indeed.
proves the point that morality is subjective. Because if morality was objective, we would hold the same exact objective truths across the entirety of the entire world, sir. It would be same no matter who it is, no matter anybody. Like, doesn't matter what your religion is, doesn't matter what country you grew up in, doesn't matter what your age is. That would be objective morality. You've already made the whole point, right? And you've proven my point without you even realizing it, that morality is in fact subjective when you're like, oh, that must be Islam. So if you want to bring up Islam and you want to show this, how do you feel about Zoran Mamdani wanting to put Arabic numerals in teachings for schools?
Look, I mean, Look, I mean, as
Can
a
you just answer
Christian,
this straight question? So, Zoran Mamdani wants to
I
make it
could. Go ahead.
mandatory that all schools teach Arabic numerals.
hmm I mean, to be
How do you
honest
feel
with you,
about that?
well, I took a personal class and you know, because like you, I was searching for truth, and you've decided to come up with your own morality. That's fine. It's your own morality.
Oh
You
God, you're still
you
so
live
bad
in
about
that.
this. Thank you,
And
Christine.
so, I mean,
So,
that's just your
hey, can you
opinion.
answer
But
this?
my
What's your
opinion is
favorite
that,
flavor of crayons?
I'm sorry. Go
What
ahead.
is your favorite flavor of crayons?
Crowns?
Yeah, crayons.
Oh, crayons.
Yeah, what is your favorite flavor of crayons?
You're good. I mean, you're not very pacey. You talk about self-control, but I can't even get a word out. But God bless
What
your
is
soul.
your
I mean,
favorite flavor of crayons?
to be honest, it depends on my subjective morality, I guess.
Awesome. So you are semi-able to answer a direct question. So let's try this again. Zoran Mamdani wants to make it mandatory for Arabic numerals, you know, countries that follow Islam, to be taught in all public schools. How do you feel about that? Can you just answer this one question?
Yeah. Just give me like 10 seconds, and I will. Basically, what I
You've
feel about
had
Zoran
15 minutes to answer
Madani.
any questions, and you've
Well,
failed.
yeah. I mean, I'm not as aggressive as you are. I'm not. You're very
This isn't
passionate. I admire
aggressive.
your passion.
I just want
I
an
admire your
answer.
passion. Yeah. How do I feel about Zoran Madami pulling out his policies as
Arabic
a
numerals.
okay, that's his policy. I mean, let the voters decide. You know, I
Okay.
personally wouldn't vote for it. I,
Yeah.
I personally, if
Hey,
it was
I'm
like,
gonna read this to you. This is actually gonna be like the actual Bible verse that I was referencing previously. And I'm gonna help you out with something. While I'm giving you the Bible verse numbers, I'm actively
I guess
reading
it depends on what
Arabic
grade level.
numerals. I'm
Yeah,
actively
what grade
reading
level?
to you Arabic numerals.
I
Deuteronomy
guess I have to ask
21
you, is it essential
verses
to
10 through
get?
14. And also, sir, Arabic numerals are literally 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, I'm just asking you. I'm saying it just
So,
depends on.
just to be clear, you want to vote against the teaching of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, aka Arabic numerals?
Well, I'm trying to. I've asked you if it depends. I mean, it depends.
No,
Are
I'm
you
just
trying to push are you trying to push a different language into, you know, the curriculum, and then what category of curriculum that does? I mean, we learned Spanish. You know, at one point it was actually mandatory to learn German before World War II. Are you familiar with that? And that was a big part of it. And so I guess I'm not. Look, I'm
Uh-huh.
not in the position
So you
to
want to
sit there
outlaw
and
0,
mandate
1, 2,
curriculum
3, 4,
for,
5,
you know,
6,
1
7,
through
8,
12.
9, 10. Or sorry, that I didn't need to go to 10. You want to outlaw 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because they are called Arabic numerals?
I'm not saying. I just told you. I said, you know, personally, it's up to the
Thank
voters.
you,
Whatever
Mr.
the
Mister.
voters want to vote. I personally,
You would vote against it.
necessarily agree with socialism. I've seen what it does to other
No, we're just
countries.
talking about Arabic numerals right now. We're not talking
Well,
about
you're talking about his
socialism.
policy. You're talking about
I'm
his
literally
personal
talking about
policy
one
and the
singular
laws he
thing.
wants to pass. Look,
I'm
look,
talking about one
I'm not trying to
singular
get down a
thing.
rabbit hole with you,
Okay.
honey. You just asked me, you know, what I thought about
All right,
Donald Trump and
so
why I
stop.
like him. It's
Also,
because
you're
he's a
just so
Christian
weird.
man and he
Anyway, so we're gonna
produces
go ahead and
he
read this to
challenges
you, and I'm
morality.
sure you I'm sure you'll love this one. When you go to war against your enemies and the Lord your God delivers them into your hands and you take captives, if you notice among the captives a beautiful woman and you are attracted to her, you may take her as your wife, bring her into your home and have her shave her head, trim her nails, and put aside the clothes she was wearing when captured. After she has lived in your house and mourned her father and mother for a full month, then you may go to her and be her husband, and she shall be your wife. If you are not pleased with her, let her go whenever she wishes.
Let her go whenever she wishes.
Yes, because the man isn't pleased with the slave that he raped.
So is that morally wrong to you?
Yes, rape is
Okay.
immoral. I
So,
don't know
well,
if
let me
you
ask
have a
you.
different
Well, let me
opinion
ask
of
you
rape
about the
being
Islamic
immoral, but
tradition. What you think about
rape
the
is immoral.
you?
Do you have a
Okay.
context for when rape is moral?
Well, according to Zoran Madami and his religious beliefs,
Oh no, I'm
if you think
asking you about
Christianity, no,
your
I'm asking you. If
morality.
you think
Do you
Christianity,
have
you're
a
going two
context?
places.
Do you have a, for
And
you, do you have a personal context for when you believe rape is moral? I wasn't talking about anyone else. I literally asked you for your opinion.
you know what
So,
that sounds like to me?
do
You
you
want to know my
have a
opinion?
context for when rape is
Well,
moral?
I'd love
Or
to
should
tell
I
you. I'd
read
love
to
to
you
tell you
this
my
Bible
personal
verse
opinion.
again? I guess we're going to
I'd
read
love
through
to
this
tell you.
Bible verse again. So we're just going to go
Well, you
ahead,
want
bring
to
it
read?
back to
I'll
class.
listen.
Bring it back to class, and then I want you to explain to me when rape is moral, okay? And
Okay.
especially
Well,
because this is from your book of God, just a friendly reminder where
look, if you
God
don't
is
like that verse,
condoning the
then you're gonna
actions
hate Islam. I'm
of
gonna tell you
taking
that
a
much. I'm gonna
woman
tell you that
after
right now.
you've murdered her family as a
If you
slave
don't like
and
Zoran
then
Madami,
raping
you hate
her,
Zoran
because a slave
Madami.
cannot consent and then
Look,
you can let her go if you are not pleased with your conquest. When you go to war against your enemies and the Lord your God delivers them into your hands and you take captives, if you notice among the captives a beautiful woman and you are attracted to her, you may take her as your wife, bring her into your home and have her shave her head, trim her nails, and put aside the clothes she was wearing when captured.
So what
After
verses
she
were
has
those, by the way?
lived in your
Can I
house
reference
and
those?
mourned her father and mother for a full month, then you may go to her and be her husband, and she shall be your wife. And just a reminder, in order to be husband and wife in the Bible, that was meant sex. If you are not pleased with her, let
Could
her
you
go
reference that for me?
wherever she wishes. So specifically, if you don't like the goods that you conquested, right, then
Yeah.
you may give her up. She doesn't have, literally it shows that she doesn't have a choice unless you are dissatisfied with the rape that you just committed. So
Well, I
can
was
you
just
remind
wondering
me
if you could
again
reference that
where
verse so I
within
could look it
your
up and read it for
morality
myself.
rape is okay?
I just like to. I would just
Where
like to.
within your morality is rape moral?
Well, I don't even know if that's really from the Bible, and even if it was
Deuteronomy,
from the
I
Bible,
literally gave you the verse 5 minutes ago. We'll go ahead and give it to you again. Deuteronomy 21,
so
verses
the
10
Torah is
through
not.
14.
Well, let me tell you something. I will
I'd
say
rather
this,
you
that
not. You're boring. I don't really like talking about the Bible, but y'all are fucking boring when you do this shit too. Oh, that's a good one too. I didn't even think about that one. Let me read through this. Joe, government and the whole world are a joke, and Trump joke the government not care about use. Yes, the whole world government is a joke. Trump is also a joke. The government does not care about us. I agree. Giving Wednesday and Satan and stuff. Thank you, Rodney, so much for the 50. Can we get huge W's in the chat for Rodney for sending 50? I appreciate that so much. He doesn't know and can't Google and talk. I don't even know if he was even attempting to Google. Brendan, thank you for the jewels. Oh, the jelly friends. That was so cool. Thank you, Brendan. And Adam, thank you as well for the $4.99. We're going to leave Rodney's up here for a moment. Yeah, I mean, you sent that before there was biblical talk, but I guess I just got to go right into that, right? Happy Wednesday. W. Rodney. Let's see if we can get anybody that doesn't want to talk about the Bible. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Oh, okay. So how about those Arabic numerals? Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? How old are you? Can you unpinch your nose? You already lost the accent, but it was a nice attempt. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? I can. How old are you? 46. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? Okay. What has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, I like the deportation of illegal immigrants here in America and enforcing the border laws and getting boys out of girl sports and locker rooms. Those are three pretty big things.
All right. So immigration. How does immigration personally affect you? I'm just curious.
Well, it affects everybody because
No,
you
just
realize
you
due
personally.
Oh, me personally, higher prices in grocery stores, higher prices in car insurance.
Can you
The-
point me to a study that has
yes,
pointed and clearly,
Incurrency.com.
sorry, if you would let me finish my sentence, you might understand where I was going with that. Okay.
Okay,
Can you
yeah,
point me
yeah.
to a study that shows the correlation, causation of illegal immigrants and the increase in grocery prices?
Yes, I just gave it to you.
Increase in grocery prices? What's the title of the study and who was it published by?
Okay, so we're going to. All right, so give me a second, and I will pull up a study. How's your day going so far?
Going well. How about yours?
Living the dream.
Fantastic. That might have been what he said, Babster. I'm not sure.
Okay, let's see here. Computer's running a little slow, but it's coming
Okay.
up.
Thanks, Carl. Probably Tommy.
And this will be actually be two different studies. I guess to start off with, you can go to the U.S. Chamber. So uschamber.com. Small retailers report increases in retail theft, raise prices to offset losses.
Oh, okay. And are illegal immigrants the only individuals throughout the entirety of the United States of America that steal?
No, but give me a second. I'll get to that other report. And
Prices.
this is something that you could have done a year ago, and
Oh,
not
no. See,
actually.
I actually have looked
This
this
is
up.
an
So
unusual thing.
what I do know is that I don't know if you're aware of this, but there is actually no correlation causation study that has been able to
There
prove
is. I'm sorry,
that
Edie, there is.
illegal immigration somehow increases the cost of grocery stores. So let's see. Let me just go ahead and do this.
Right, but there is,
Oh,
and we know that there
interesting.
is.
So this is the study that you just quoted, right? Small retailers report increases in retail theft, raise prices to offset losses. Published September 22nd, 2022, U.S. Chamber of Commerce. I went ahead and typed in the word, or started to type in the word illegal, and I found 0 out of 0 results. So something you didn't read.
Right. So again, this is a multiple report type of thing. It's called due diligence, something that you're obviously not
Well,
familiar
I
with.
feel like
So
illegal
stand by, and
should
I'll give you
be.
the other
We'll
report.
just go ahead and
So
type it
stand
back in there.
by.
ILLEGAL. Wow, no, 0 out of 0 results, sir. I know you can't hear the sound of my computer going no results found, that ding, ding, ding. But everybody else can, and it's giving me ding, ding, ding. Illegal is not in here. So what's the other study? I'll wait.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up again.
No, Dolores, you actually can't hear it because the system that I use, you can't hear my my desktop audio, which is why I can't play videos for callers. Oh, is that what it is, Amy? Thanks. That's a good point, Anthony. Maybe he should have. Anyways, so I'll help you guys out. There's literally no correlation causation study that has ever been found that says that illegal immigrants increase the price of groceries at grocery stores. That's not a thing. And while, yes, see, here's what I'm going to blow everybody's mind. You can absolutely say that drivers who are undocumented or illegal, I don't like that word, that's your word, not mine, that drive around without a license and therefore without car insurance can absolutely drive up the cost of car insurance rates. Similarly enough, that any United States citizen that drives around a car without car insurance also drives up the rates of car insurance. That's why, again, just like the last caller, as I already explained, there's this thing that you get within your policy that's called uninsured motorist insurance for that reason. Any uninsured driver drives up the cost of car insurance. So. Oh, thanks, Queen. And for somebody that wants to make a claim about, like, oh, for 30 million illegal immigrants, I'd love for you to prove to me that number. Oh, the caller's still there. He's just looking stuff up. And I have him muted so he can't hear me while he's looking his stuff up. So, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, Josh, you must have just got here. I literally just did. So that's not true. Bye, Erica. This isn't an airport. No need to announce your departure. Guys, if you are still here, and thanks for all of your patience while the caller is diligently searching for a study that does not exist. Oh, 30 million. Thank you, Ozzy. I'll get to that in a second. Hey, if you're new, if you're watching on TikTok, be sure to be double tapping that screen, sharing the live. Also, be hitting that follow button if you are new here. We only have 38 shares, and guys, I've been on for an hour. Those shares should be already at 250. What are y'all doing? So go ahead and get those shares going. Also, let's go ahead and light up the gift gallery over on TikTok. But most importantly, hit that follow button, be double tapping that screen. If you're watching over on Twitchy, the purple app, just like these headphones, just like the light in the background, be sure to be hitting that follow button, chatting in the live. You can also send bits and become a subscriber. If you are watching over on the tubes, hit that subscribe button. Subscribing is free on the tubes, but we do have memberships and super chats available if you send those, or Jules. I do put super chats up on the screen, and I address every one of them sometimes. Aslan, also, thank you so much for the cat toy off the Amazon list. I do appreciate that one so much. Amy, I didn't say that, so that's weird to even put that in the chat.
You're awesome.
Jesus' words contradict every bit of hate they hold in their heart. You know more of his word than most of the people in this chat. If any reader disagrees, prove me wrong. Blessings to you all. Thank you so much for the Australian 10, Kat. Yeah, I do. Like, unfortunately, like, I have read the Bible.
You're awesome.
People like him are fighting for my son to get out of the country. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Adam. I don't want that for sure. I think that I am the person when it comes to immigration that we need to give amnesty to individuals that have been here and have committed no crimes, never been accused of any crime. In fact, I do even add that on there. But when it comes to 30 million illegal immigrants, I would love for anybody to show me that statistic that proves that there are 30 million illegal immigrants. And I don't know if people realize this, but of United States citizens, there's 262 million United States citizens that are eligible to vote. So that's 18 and over, right? So we're talking about 262 million adults within the United States of America. Your 30 million number is most assuredly including children. So please tell me how that's 262, right? And we already have the study from the Department of Justice that shows that immigrants are less likely to commit a crime. If you are an American citizen, you are 60 times more likely to commit any crime within the United States of America, right? Just within the US. We're not even talking about the international crimes that we get convicted of in other countries. Like, I don't know, the Texas men that were trying to run a human trafficking scheme. All right, I'm gonna let you go. You're taking too long. We're gonna try and find another one. I think he got lost on his way to find his source. But yeah, there's 262 million adults within the United States of America. So that's a good one, Onion. I agree with that. Thank you, Ona, for the jewels. Thank you, Honey Horse, for the jewels. Dan, thank you for the jewels. Taylor, thank you as well for the jewels. 6, 7. Did I say that slow enough? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hi, how old are you? 34. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? Okay. And please explain to me, what has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, like the no pay on overtime, biggest tax cut we've ever got in our life. Let's see, I like that he's getting rid of the illegal immigrants who are creating a crime, because you're creating a crime. It's illegal to come here undocumented. So they're creating the crime, so they're already criminals coming into the country.
Okay, perfect. I would like to address that last point real quick, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Have you ever heard of Arizona v. United States 2012?
Absolutely.
You have?
I'm actually pre-law.
You are? Awesome. And
Yeah,
what exactly
that was
did
great.
the
Go ahead.
Supreme Court decide in that ruling, specifically when it comes to being considered deportable and being an undocumented immigrant?
Well, they talk about due process. That
And being an
everybody deserves due
undocumented
process.
immigrant and being considered
Yeah.
deportable. And what does
Right,
that
but
say
they've already
about them
committed the
being...
crime.
Oh, is
So
that
that
what the Supreme
state-
Court...
that state's
I'm so
legislation,
sorry.
that
Is
state's
that what it
legislation-
says
No,
in
go ahead.
Arizona
Go
v.
ahead,
United
interrupt.
States
That's rude.
2012
How
Supreme
rude.
Court ruling that they've committed a crime beyond a shadow of a doubt? Is that what they say in Arizona v.
Sure.
United States 2012? Oh, actually, you're wrong. Quite specifically,
okay.
in Arizona v. United States 2012, the Supreme Court ruled that simply being here and being considered deportable, no matter which way you came into the United States of America, whether through a port of entry or through a non-port of entry, therefore entering the country illegally, is not a crime. Because I don't know if you realize this, but
that's
in
the
order to
Arizona
be
state
considered a
legislation. You're
criminal,
not talking
in
about the
order to
federal
be
government.
considered, I'm sorry, is the Supreme Court of the United States of America
talking
not
about
the
a
federal
statute of a
government?
state. What
Is
an
the
idiot.
Supreme Court of the United States of America not the federal government?
The Supreme
This is
Court. The
amazing.
Supreme Court
Is
of
the
United
Supreme
States?
Court of the United States of
You said
America
Arizona. You're talking about Arizona.
Arizona
legislation, not
v.
state
United
legislation.
States? It was a Supreme Court. You said you knew this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to help you out with something. All right.
Sure.
We're
Help
gonna
me
go ahead
out.
and just
Educate me.
yeah, because you sound like it, and I honestly, I'm gonna do this real quick. I want to help you out with something.
You're
You
Session
should
County
go
area.
ahead and drop out of law school because you're already gonna fail.
You should
So
stop being an influencer.
here's how this is gonna work, right? So Supreme Court decision, right? Arizona sued the United States government. That's what that means when it's Arizona v. United States, right? It means Arizona sued the federal government prior to 2012. 2012 was just the ruling year, right? And the reason why Arizona sued the United States government is because they were told by the United States government that their law that was called "Show Me Your Papers" colloquially was considered illegal because it is not the state's job to perform deportations or to determine if somebody is here illegally or not. And if you had actually read Arizona v. United States 2012 Supreme Court of the United States court ruling, you would have understood that they made it very clear determination that it is not up to the states to determine, right, whether somebody is undocumented or documented. It falls solely on the responsibility of the federal government of the United States. So additionally, when you go further with that ruling, right, they also expand upon it and they go further to explain that simply being here and being considered deportable, no matter which way you came into the country. So being deportable means that you could be, guess what? You could be documented or you could be undocumented or an illegal alien, as individuals such as yourself like to call them, because you've already used that term, is not considered a crime. If you are pre-law, you should already know this next thing that I'm going to say. You should already actually know this next thing that I'm going to say. And so in order to be considered a criminal legally, because this is a legal term within the United States of America, you have to have been convicted of a crime. And once you have been convicted of a crime, then you are a criminal. Because if you are pre-law, as you claim to be, you should also know, okay, that when it comes to our justice system, it is innocent until proven guilty. And if you are automatically under this assumption that they're all criminals, you've already failed your own duty when it comes to being an attorney or being pre-law of the assumption that someone is innocent until proven guilty. I just want to be clear. He said that he knew about the case. He obviously did not. Thank you, Taylor, for the jewels. OB, Jesus saves. He can. I'm sure. I'm not going to deny that miracles exist. They do. Thank you so much for this 50. I'm also not going to deny the fact that, listen, I do believe in a god. I'm not sure which one it is. I could believe in Zeus for all I know. Hail Zeus. I just haven't quite decided yet. So there is that part. Let's see if we can open this up. But I do so much appreciate the 50. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hi, how old are you? No, you're not. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. How old are you? 42. Oh, hold on. I'll have to let you go for a second. She's an Aussie. If you don't mind holding for a moment, you won't be able to hear me for a moment. What you going on about? So what you going on about? Oh, okay. And you still support Donald Trump? What has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
He has secured the border. I am very happy about that. That does not mean that the flow of illegal immigrants has stopped, unfortunately, but it has slowed down a lot.
Well, Donald Trump says it's like 0, so he would disagree with you.
Well, I'm aware he lies, obviously.
Dang, why do you support a lying liar?
Nigger faggot, nigger faggot, nigger faggot, nigger faggot, nigger faggot, nigger faggot, nigger.
Yeah, I saw that coming. And you guys wonder why I do what I do.
This is amazing.
Guys, I don't know if we can get this. This is one of the gift gallery goals to light up. If we can get that, awesome. If not, it does have to be all 5 from one person, but we'll just keep doing it. Thank you, Obi. Says, keep reading. I'll be rooting for you. Well, thank you. $49.99. Huge W's for Obi. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hi, how old are you? 35. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? Yeah. So, oh, I wish I didn't have that done. Okay. All right. So you
Well,
support.
you with what? I'm sorry.
Oh my
You with what?
gosh. Goodness me. No, I wasn't responding to that, dude. I was saying I just wish I hadn't had that button done. Anyway, so can you?
I couldn't understand. You were mumbling.
Cool. Anyway, let's try this. Can you? So you
Are you-
support
are you
anybody
married?
that's president?
Are you married?
Do you support anybody that is president?
What kind of stupid ass question is that?
You support
have a
anybody
voting
that is
system.
president?
No. That's are you married?
Well, you just said, sorry,
Ma'am,
like you
are
literally
you
had
married?
just said
Can-
that you support him because he's president. So do you support
No, I
anybody that
never
is
said that.
president?
Are you retarded? I never said that.
Can't use slurs. I don't know why people just do that. Oh, are you this? I don't know. I'm whatever I say. I am what I am. Obi, thank you again for the jewels. Oris, thank you for the jewels. Dan, thank you for the jewels. Floating, and thank you, Eric, for the jewels. Kat, thank you again for the Australian 10. Says, Jesus' words directly contradict these angry men's worldview. If they would spend more time reading his words, they would realize supporting MAGA is supporting ideology. They have listened to snakes. I 100% agree with you. Who? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hi, how old are you? 35. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
I guess it would have to start with like 2016. You know, I mean, I guess last
11 months in office? That was
I mean,
9 years ago, 2016. So when I'm asking like why you still actively support him, and I say then I expand upon that further, right? What has he done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support? Let's try answering that question.
Okay, well, first off, like I say, I mean, not relating the past, so this may not make much sense. But just as a simple plumber in New York of 18 years now, I've seen before the economy get better, things were doing, you know, a lot better, especially when I started during when Obama was in office, and I voted for Obama twice. I'm from North Carolina. He kept his word to North
Obama
Carolina.
should have won 100% of the vote.
Oh, I mean, he kept his word to North Carolina, and he kept oil rigs off the coast because, after the BP spill, no one wanted to see that. But anyway, this year, I mean, the last 11 months, as a plumber, I have seen 3 companies that manufacture brass come home. I have seen a bunch of faucet manufacturers start building here in America, so the tariffs are less. Even Delta,
Gotcha.
which used to be an American company, left to China, came back to America, and
What
now they're
company
putting
did?
Americans back at work. Delta, an American faucet company that moved and now
Telta,
came back.
Telta.
LTA. It's a faucet company. You probably
Yeah.
have the fixtures right in your house.
Yeah, no, I'm sure I do. I just wanted you to spell it for me. Telta.
EELTA.
Use phonics.
D as dog, E elephant,
Delta.
L.
So Delta
as-
Faucing Company.
But they've manufactured some of their faucet parts here. Again, I mean, I've seen companies
Delta
coming home.
Faucet.
I know the economy is getting worse right now because there's the
hiring.
game of coming home. And everything is starting to come home again. It's sort of been pretty pleasant.
You're awesome.
And then you have companies that aren't from America, like Moen, that started manufacturing in America, like I say, to dodge the tariffs, to keep their products, pretty competitively priced and keep them cheap.
Yeah.
You sort of had to come to the States to be able to stay
Don't
on the
have anything that shows that Delta Faucet returned manufacturing to the United States of America. And based off of statistical data, the jobs report that was just released last month for September of 2025, just from the year 2025, and this data was released, I believe, on November 12th, we've lost 98,000 manufacturing and assembly jobs, sir. So the statistical data would actually say, sorry, that's from the Bureau of Labor Statistics job report that was released on November 12th, 2025. So you're
I
telling
know
me
that,
that the government data is wrong based off of what? Where's your contrary data that's not your anecdotal stories?
I guess I can only go off my personal belief like everybody else.
So
and what they
because
see on their
you
day-to-day
personally
life.
don't agree with the
Because I
statistical
work-
data that's been released by the federal government agency that's job is literally to keep track of that
cutting me off,
statistical data, you're saying that it's absolutely unequivocally false, that we haven't lost 98,000 manufacturing and assembly jobs within the United States of America?
And it's just made in America again. I get a little tickled because for the last 9 years,
You could have always
10 years,
found
I have-
something that was made in America and went out of your way to purchase it.
but not American companies that have left, like Chevy that went to Mexico but then came back to Detroit.
Yeah, that was because of the sorry, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but it's called the it's literally the United States Mexico Canada
I
agreement.
can't go off of what I don't know.
United
I'm just a simple
States,
plumber.
Mexico, and Canada agreement. The
Yeah, the North Atlantic
USMCA.
Treaty.
Yeah. No, not the North Atlantic Treaty. Just it was because that's not what it was called. It was called the USMCA, the United States, Canada, Mexico, and Canada Agreement. That's what it was called. Though Canada starts it off with Canada, and the United States was actually last. So for Canada, it's actually CAMUS agreement because that's how they had it going, right? So the CA for Canada. I understand that you want to keep calling it false, but if you actually Google it, the USMCA, that's actually what it's called. And I don't know if you're aware of this. Who was the USMCA signed by? Who was the president that signed it into law?
I'll get you a journeyman plumber. I'm not a really big guy when it comes. I'm just giving personal experience.
So that was Donald Trump in his first administration that signed the agreement with with Canada and Mexico that gave manufacturing companies like Chevy and Ford the option to move 40% of their manufacturing to Canada or Mexico to be free from tariffs, right? As long as these manufacturing companies kept at least 60% of their manufacturing within the United States of America. And again, we haven't seen an increase in manufacturing jobs, and your anecdotal stories are not provable. And so, therefore, I'm not going to accept them.
Anyway,
I am
so
going
in
to be looking at the Bureau of Labor statistical data that shows that we've actually lost 98,000 manufacturing jobs
Well,
just in the year
2000
2025.
will say that my whole adult life I've spent as a plumber, I've watched people have to pay with
What's an
credit cards.
anecdote, sir? What's an anecdote, sir?
A personal opinion.
No, that's not what an anecdote, sir, is. An
Oh, then I really
opinion
don't
is
know
a
what it-
personal opinion. An anecdote is a personal story or like your own real life story. So when I tell you I don't care about your anecdotes, that's what I'm referring to because your anecdotes are not
I have
provable.
been to tens
So
of
you
thousands
going
of
on and on and on and on about, well, I see more people
I've
paying
seen
with
life
their
get
debit cards and
better,
not their credit cards.
and
Are
I
you
had to
looking
vote
at
for this
every
guy.
single, as a plumber, I just want
I
to be
didn't
clear,
vote
like
for
you're
the
looking at
guy
everybody's, every single
voted for
person's
Ferguson. I
card,
would like to
whether
further-
it says debit or
I just
credit or
figured
not.
that
That
there's
seems a
going
little
on,
bit
nothing
odd for
so
some
now-
reason.
Probably
Yeah,
gonna-
sir, yeah, you don't know a lot, and I'm usually not, like, I try not to be rude. Thank you so much, Chrissy, to people, but dude, you keep calling government statistical data false.
I didn't keep calling it false.
You
I just
did.
said okay.
No,
Come
you
on.
said false. Every time I said, according to the
You're
Bureau of
talking
Labor
about 2000
Statistics,
Let's talk about 13 with my
I'm
anecdote.
talking about 2025 because that's the year that we're in, and you're referring to the fact that you've now recently seen Delta and recently seen more people paying with debit cards.
No. I've recently seen cash and checks making a comeback for the second time in my life.
Oh, cash is dirty, and checks are just a way to get your information stolen. I would not recommend either of those things.
Well, credit cards are a way that show that you really can't afford to pay for a plumber.
No, actually,
Unless
see,
you're
I
getting
don't know if
rewarded.
people realize this, but I would only if you guys can afford to pay it off immediately would I ever recommend this. But in order for the security of your own bank account, you should absolutely put the large charge on a credit card and then turn around and pay it off immediately because then
I
it's
guess you don't
backed
know
by
how many
further
houses
insurance.
that where people can't afford
I'm
a
sure you
plumber,
have.
and
Again, I don't really care about your anecdotes.
was in
Yeah,
office,
exactly, Tough
everybody-
Commander. People use them for points.
New toy. Like it was a
You're boring. All you have are your anecdotes, and you literally, every time I said Bureau of Labor Statistics data, we lost 98,000 jobs, you said false. Yeah, plenty of people can afford to pay for their large purchases. In fact, sorry, I shouldn't say that. According to the Federal Reserve data, like it's obviously from multiple banks across the country, more people are racking up debt and paying with credit cards than paying with cash. So even then, government data disagrees. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm 28.
You're awesome.
Cool. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No.
All right. Thanks, man. Have a good one. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Well, Glass, I tried to, but he wouldn't give an answer. Illuminati, thank you for the Australian $7.99. Good to see you back. Clement says there's so many uneducated people that voted for Trump, and there's still a lot of morons calling. Yeah. Hi, thanks for calling the stream.
Hello.
Hi, what part of Canada are you calling from?
Yes.
What part of Canada are you calling from?
Oh, good. Yes.
Okay, bye. Is he Joe the plumber's son? He might have been. Thank you, Kittler, for the Kittler. I can't say that. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the jewels. And Tim, thank you for the 2. I appreciate that. Weston, thank you so much for the $4.99 as well. Your voice of logic rejecting the harm of Trump is very much appreciated. Oh, I appreciate you too. Thank you so much, guys. W's in the chats for all the gifters. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello. Okay. Yeah, someone said Joe the Plumber. That was a pretty good one. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So let's see. Hi, how old are you? 33. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? Thank you. Have a good one. Glad I had them muted. Okay. Yeah. We'll go ahead and put this up here. Yeah, well, yeah, cash is always relevant. Credit and debit cards, that's cool. I didn't want to go straight to the one that actually... Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Yes. If she wants to come to the stream. Somebody asked, sorry. They asked for the cat to be on stream, and she's laying down. Let me see. Actually, hold on, guys. Hi, this is Safari. She doesn't like it when I pick her up, but somebody asked to see the kitty. Here's the little kitty who's afraid of the dog. Yes, she's very fluffy. Yeah, she's just like, what is happening? Why am I here? Why is this a thing? There we go. And then her claw got stuck in my shirt. So sorry, guys. That's Safari. I need to make sure that everything else gets in there. But that's Safari. She's old. She's not young anymore. She is old. Well, it looks like we've ran out of any legitimate callers, so we might just go ahead and call it quits for the night. I don't know just yet. We're gonna go ahead and put that one up there, but let's see. I was trying to find something. Do you guys ever know, like, when you forget what you were finding? What would blow my mind if I knew? Anyways, yeah. Safari is like 11 years old. As far as normal, what we consider human years, I'd have to find the chart that tells me how old she would be in cat years. Just so you guys know, dog years is not actually 7. It's not 7 for every year. So, for example, who was it? Somebody told us their dog was 6 years old. And 6 years old in normal dog years would have been 42, right? Actually, it's 45. Just random thing to put out there. Sorry. Like, random thing just because I was talking about my cat's age. So I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Doing well. How old are you? Are you still supporting Donald Trump? 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 Okay, I guess that's a no. Thank you. That was like a simple question, and I know you guys couldn't hear him. That's on purpose. And he just failed to answer it. You're not 6 dog years old yet? That's true, Ryan. All right, well, I am definitely over all of the spam callers. What's your favorite flavor of crayon? I'm a woman. Does that help?
So,
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I am 40.
40. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, I just want to say you have the most beautiful voice and thank you.
Thank you. You have a good night.
Bye.
Bye. All right, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it quits. That's it. All right, guys. So I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you guys for all of your time. If you haven't hit that follow button yet, be sure to hit that follow button now, especially over on TikTok or Twitch. And if you're watching over on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Guys, don't forget to hit the like buttons after everything. Go back and watch the content that we post after you hit that follow or subscribe button. Hit that bell icon so you know exactly when I go live or post a new video. But for now, we're going to go ahead and call it quits, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your night.